What's up, guys? Welcome back to Off Track. I'm Kat.
And I'm Morgan.
And this episode is brought to you by the BOXROX network.
Well, episode 3. We've made it 3 episodes. Are you proud of us for that?
I'm proud of us.
Third time's the charm. I think this is going to be the best one.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason why it's going to be the best one is because we have a very, very special guest on our podcast today.
So special.
She hails from the land down under. She was recently 4th place this year in the Elite 15 at the HYROX World Championships in Sweden. 5th place doubles. She's a woman who is the jack of all trades, master of all.
Yeah,
not
literally.
master of none.
Has the fastest farmer's carry I've ever seen in my entire life.
Has the fastest farmer's carry, has run 3 consecutive sub-60 performances back to back to back. It's the one, the only, Calypso Sheridan. Welcome to the pod.
Wow, I feel like that's almost more intense than the HYROX introductions at World Champ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really
That was
practiced
pretty
that.
intimidating. Yeah.
Yeah, Morgan, that was good. You practiced that in the mirror.
Yeah, I did. I was like, because I was like, how should I introduce her? Like, she's so good at HYROX. Like, you know, she just got 4th place at Worlds. Like, I was like, I have to say something to, like, commemorate the fact that she's not just a roxer. Like,
Yeah.
This
No, she
girl's
like
a
hangs
modern
on, hangs from bars. She does like
Yeah.
flips and shit.
Is that
Stuff.
what we're
Not.
called now?
We
We're
might
called
blank that
roxers?
out.
Yeah, I think we're
Is that
roxers.
our name?
Aren't we
Okay,
like hybrid
we're
rock stars?
Yeah, hybrid
Yeah, I
rock
think-
stars.
Rox is a little cooler than hybrid rockstar, to be honest.
I think let's coin that term here. We're roxers.
roxer.
That's what we'll title the podcast. Episode 3, Calypso Sheridan, the Roxer.
The roxer.
That's intriguing. Everyone will be like, what the heck is that?
Everyone's like, what are they going to talk about?
Calypso does
Boxer,
everything.
Yeah, so
Literally.
I guess first things first. Where are you right now, Calypso? I feel like you're always traveling somewhere.
Yeah, you've caught me in the 2 weeks that I'm in Sydney. It was originally just 1, but dire circumstances have landed me here for 2 weeks, and then I am up to Brisbane, where I'll be doing a paragliding course.
Yeah,
oh
like
my gosh,
this is what
I saw
mean.
that.
I remember the first time like I ever stalked you, because let's be honest, we all stalk each other when we like hear people doing well in the races. We're like, oh my god, go to Instagram and look. And it was probably almost a year ago, and I was like, what does this girl do? Like, you do everything. You're like fencing. You're doing like the I don't know what it's called. It's like
OCR.
the obstacles. OCR, but like no, she's like, it's like American Ninja Warrior, but like for Australia maybe. I don't know.
Put some respect on OCR. Like,
I do. No, that's not what I was talking about though, because she like, you do these like courses where you're like hanging from monkey bars and then you're climbing things. That's not OCR, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
right?
So like
Oh, it
OCR
is?
is just ninja, but with running. It's like, you know,
Okay.
it's complicated. It's a political sport. They like to.
Okay.
We like
All
to
right,
have
well,
a
she
lot of
does
organizations
OCR.
governing the same thing.
But you do it all. Like it's very impressive, truly.
So, I mean, I know we said we didn't really want to talk about, like, her upbringings to the HYROX scene, but I kind of want to, like, dig a little bit before that, because I did some research on you.
Wow,
Before.
Morgan came prepared.
I sure
Alright.
did. But my research was just Googling your name.
That's hey, things
And I
come up.
wanted to see, yes, and I wanted to see what popped up. And what popped up was Calypso Sheridan Northwestern University in Illinois, where I'm from. I'm not from Evanston, but I'm from nearby. And I did some more digging, and I was like, oh my God, she was at Northwestern. Like, I love that school so much. Like, for context for people, yeah, go Cats. Context for people who don't know Northwestern. It's like a really good school on the north side of Chicago. It's not in Chicago, it's in a suburb, but I
The
grew up,
northwestern side of Chicago.
no, just north, straight north.
Yeah.
You would
Oh.
think Northwestern.
That's misleading.
Yeah.
It's straight north. So I grew up like being a massive Northwestern fan. Like I grew up like 45 minutes away. My parents and I would drive there like almost every weekend and just like go to beaches in Evanston or like Highland Park, the North Shore. So when I saw that, I was like, I have to ask her about her Northwestern experience. But then I dug further and I saw, you know, you went to USC as well to swim. So like, where did you go to college? You went to both. Tell me about
Yeah,
the
I
whole
think you just
experience.
described it. Yeah, so I was pretty ready to quit swimming, I think, after I graduated high school in like 2015. I went and I lived down at the Australian Institute of Sport, which is kind of like your Olympic training centre. And I lived and I studied down there for a little bit, and I was like, wow, this sucks. I'm the only person living in our like resis at the AIS, only person living there for swimming. I was so lonely. I was like, this can't be like what I'm doing for the next few years. So I actually looked into college in America, which all the Australian swimming coaches are like, go to America, like if you'll go slower, like it'll be the worst time ever, you shouldn't do it. And I actually found it was the opposite experience. So I ended up going to Northwestern. I wanted like a school where there was no Australians, where no one knew me. And so I chose Northwestern because I wanted to see the snow, I think was the main motivator. And I also wanted a school that was like really academically good.
Yes.
So I looked at a few different ones, but I was like, no, I don't know that I care about swimming anymore. Like I want good academics. And Northwestern's definitely a very nerdy school.
Oh yeah, our class valedictorian went to Northwestern. It's like if you're a nerd, go there.
Yeah,
Right?
I went to like a private school, and I know a lot of people that did go there, but I mean it's a great school from what I've heard. So congrats to you.
Thank you. Maybe there's a pattern there. I was also valedictorian, I guess. We call it
Oh,
doubles,
Okay, so
but-
she's got brains too.
Okay.
Yeah,
She's
but it's an
strong and
all-girls
has
school,
brains.
so, you know, it was a small school.
She's just, what can she not do?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
What are you not good at, Calypso?
Can't sing or dance. Well, maybe I
Oh.
can.
Oh, she can't sing or
You
dance.
You
don't
don't
wanna
have
be
rhythm.
around.
No rhythm for this girl.
No,
It's all right.
rhythm.
It's all
But she's
right.
got
The
everything
rhythm
else.
I've got on the farmer's carry. Like,
And you can run a sub 60 HYROX, so it doesn't even matter if you can.
Yeah,
do
I
sub
can't
60
say that
anymore.
yet.
In this day and age, it doesn't matter. You can run a sub 60. That's what matters.
yeah, so I did my, I did my undergrad there, which was computer science, so super nerdy. And then COVID happened, went back to Australia, started like doing Ninja Warrior. That's where I got coordinated and became more than a swimmer. Started doing a little bit of trail running, and then we got an extra year of eligibility, so I came back and I did my master's in aerospace engineering at University of Southern California. So I got to choose between aerospace master's and computer science master's, and I was like, don't really, like, I want to work in computer science. Like, I don't have any like pressing, like before I kind of explored more academically in that area, I wanted to like work more and have some idea. So I went there, and instead of my teammates being like, oh, Calypso, on the weekend, do you want to go to a cafe and get pies and do our homework? They'd be like, do you want to go pregame after training? So it was a very different experience. Not worse, but I think I'm glad I went to Northwestern for my undergrad because that's what I needed then. And like when I was a bit older and a bit more mature and could like say yes to what I wanted to do and no to like what I didn't want to be pressured into, like, yeah, it kind of was a good experience.
So did you like living in Evanston more, or did you like living in Los Angeles more?
I like living in Los Angeles more.
Yeah,
I was
I was gonna say.
tan. I was going to the
Yeah,
beach.
it's
I
warm.
was
It's
running.
California.
It was great.
So
But
how
I
did you?
loved the suburbs in Evanston.
Yeah, the suburbs are nice because like you're not in Chicago proper. You're like just outside, so you don't get like the hustle bustle of big city Chicago. It's like more
And they're also
tame.
unique.
Yes, they're all
Like,
so
good
unique.
pie stores. I love pies.
Pie stores.
Wait, what are pies? Like just like what?
Well, I'm
like a
thinking,
little pie?
cheesecakes. Like I'm thinking like, you know, sweet
Okay,
pies.
so like a little like pastries and stuff, right?
Yeah. they had
Ooh,
great-
what's your favorite pastry?
What's my
This is a
favorite
good
pastry?
question.
I feel like it's pretty basic, but I really like a good almond croissant. Like if it's a really good almond croissant, then it just like hits the spot.
Well, I think that begs the second question. Did you have any pastries when you were in Sweden? Because I had some and they were not
Me
sweet.
and Morgan had terrible pastry experience in Sweden.
Yeah.
Everyone hyped up that like cinnamon roll. I did not like it at all.
It's so
Everyone
bland.
said fika, and I had no idea what they meant or where to find
What?
one.
Fika?
Like fika, yeah, they're like, get a fika, have a fika in Sweden. And
Oh.
I had about 5 people message me this, and I didn't know what it meant, but I didn't
Yeah.
find one, whatever that was.
Okay,
A
so
fika.
almond croissant. Wait, Morgan, what's your favorite pastry?
I'm not, hot take, I'm not a big pastry person. Like maybe a cookie.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm
That
not-
was like a really sad answer.
I know, because I like,
This is
I
like my
don't-
favorite thing. I love like give me like a dense crumb cake. You know
oh,
what
okay.
I mean?
Oh, wait, that reminded me, lemon pound cake.
Okay.
Sounds pretty good.
Lemon
We're not
pound cake
pie
is-
girls.
No, I'm not a pie girl.
I feel like
No.
we've gone off pastries though. These aren't pastries. We had to talk about cakes. Like I like gooey butter cake. If you ever had that.
Ooh, butter
It's from
cake.
St.
Oh my
Louis,
gosh.
Missouri.
I have
It's, like,
never had
specific.
that.
Crumble
It's
makes
really
a good
good.
butter cake. I haven't had crumble in a hot minute, but they have a great great butter cake.
Crumble's overrated in my opinion.
And it's so
Yeah.
like it's like so much sugar that it's like sickening.
It's
It's
also
nice for the
expensive.
first 2 seconds that you're eating it, and then you're like, oh my god, what did I eat?
I used to work in downtown Chicago, and there was a Crumble right next to my office, and
I was
my
hoping
coworker.
you said you worked at Crumble. I was hoping.
Oh, you wish I would have worked at Crumble
I do.
for some
I do.
reason. For Crumble, here everybody, here's my Crumble discount code. And my coworker would regularly, and when I mean regularly, I mean like every other day, go to Crumble and get the Dubai
Oh my god, the
chocolate
brownie thing.
brownie.
My roommate liked that a lot too.
Yeah,
She loved
and
that.
like I thought it was pretty good, but you can't eat that whole thing.
No.
It's so filling.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So she would just like eat that for lunch. Like she'd go walk to get it and then come back to the cafeteria and just like munch on that for lunch.
Okay, but like
I'm
when
like-
Calypso, you just recently like left your job, right?
Yeah, in March.
Okay, so before we get to that, like I want to ask about this because like when I was working in my corporate job, this is so crazy, like this is so weird, but because you're like so bored working a desk job, like if anyone brings in like any sort of snack, it can be like the nastiest cookies that they put in the kitchen, like on the counter, people are fiends for that. Like you go in there, like 20 minutes later, there's no cookies left.
That is the truth.
I think we work
At least in
different desk
America,
jobs.
that's an American thing, maybe. Probably that would make a lot of sense. Anyway, so you left your
Yeah.
job. That's
I
awesome.
think the difference is that my job they fed us. Like we weren't starving.
We
Oh, they
no,
fed
like,
you?
oh, that's nice.
Like meals?
Yeah. When you hear about my job, you might be like, "Why did you leave your job?" Honestly.
Okay, yeah. I guess let's parlay into that then. Or should we talk about our weeks? We didn't really talk about what we did this
We can
week,
go
and that's
about
like
It doesn't matter. No one
crux.
cares.
Okay.
I don't think anyone cares. We're talking to Calypso.
Okay, yeah. Let's talk about your job. So, tell us about once you graduated. You're like, I'm a smart girl. I want to put my brain to work. I want to get a job. What did you do? And then let's talk about where we're at now, where you don't have a job, a formal
Yeah, well,
corporate job.
I did the looking for a job bit, and I don't know if there's like probably most people who are listening are American, so you don't know that as like a foreign student, you have to work in something related to what you most recently studied. So I had to work in something related to aerospace, which I was finding quite challenging because there's lots of government contracts. So I was like, you know what, like I'm gonna look for something related to like control theory, which is kind of what I did my most of my master's courses on. So that could like be like embedded control of like motors. So I started looking at embedded software jobs, but I was having like a terrible time. Like I even talked to Garmin. I really wanted to work for Garmin. I was like, how cool would that be?
Yeah.
Because they do like a pilot training program, and like I was like, that'd be sick.
That's
anyway,
Ooh.
didn't quite pan out. But I did a lot of cold calling, and I like met a lot of people, which was nice. And I just got really demoralized at one point. And so I was looking at my phone, that Google News app, and it was like, this Australian company is paying like new grads like $200K for software development. And I was like, oh, that sounds nice. Like, let me look at it. And it was about my previous job's competitor, IMC. And then at the end of the kind of like, what do you call that? Article. It said,
Yeah.
Optiva's paying even more. And I was like, wow, I'm going to apply to both of these. So I did. And while I was doing that, I actually got a job in America. So I worked up in Northern California on embedded motor controls for 9 months. And like while working there, I love this company. This is the best. I've had actually a really great job. So I was there, and I'd be there on a Friday. And I had this, it was me and all these old men for the most part. It was just like, it was a
Nice.
family-owned company, me, old men. They were so great, so nerdy, love them. And there's a few of us who were younger. And this one guy, Larry, I'd come in on a Friday and he'd be like, Calypso, do you want to go for a bike ride? This is actually where I got into biking. It was great. Have you guys got into biking?
Not yet. Gosh,
A
I want
little
to.
bit.
I want to
Find
learn
some
how to
old men.
swim.
You
I
need
want
to
to learn
find
how
some
to.
old men.
Let's go
You're
find
into
some
it.
old
I'm
men.
a beach cruiser girl. Like I've got the beach cruiser down the beach, and I'm just like vibing.
I have a road bike. I have an expensive road bike. I just don't bring it with me because I live in apartments. So it's at my parents' place. And I was like, I don't want anyone to touch it or to steal it. I live in a city. Like, I'm going to leave it down there. But yeah, I dabble with biking, mainly on the C2 bike, though.
Oh yeah, that's painful as hell. So Larry,
know.
I came in on this Friday, and he was like, Calypso, do you want to go for a bike ride? I was like, yeah, of course I want to go for a bike ride at lunch. how long? He's like, 70K. And I was like, Larry, it's going to take like 2.5 hours. He goes, no worries. So we work 9 to 5 with a 75K bike ride in the middle. We don't work anymore. And this I found was really common at this company. We'd just, live our lives and do our work.
That is awesome.
That's
amazing.
Great. That's what makes
so
people
while I was
happy.
working there, I continued applying for this job back in Australia. It took a really long time. At one point, they were like, Calypso, you failed your interview, but you haven't done computer science in like 2 years, so we want to give you another interview because we really loved your like behavioural interviews. So I took the experience hire interview and I passed that one, which is just like more like, bigger picture thinking, problem solving, still while coding, but like less like algorithmic recall, which I was like, I can't remember these O's. It's been so long since I did computer science because I was doing aerospace. And so I then deferred that job because I was like, I'll decide if I want to go back to Australia later. And then, so 9 months later, I ended up quitting my job in America, going back to Australia, like for family reasons as well. I had like a few things I needed to tie up back here in Brisbane. And so I moved down to Sydney and got my job there. Okay, so then I got my job. And
Then she got the job.
Have you guys heard of like the trading industry? Like trading high
Like trade, yeah.
I'm
Like-
the wrong
like
person
stock?
to ask this stuff. Trust me.
Yeah, so
Like stock trading?
yeah, pretty much. So, but we
Yeah.
don't have any external companies. I think people whose money we're using. So essentially how I describe it is we have like partners who have a lot of money. They put all their money together and we use that money, that large amount of money, to make even more money. Imagine
Nice.
that. So complicated. So we'd trade like futures, bonds, options, like stock. Like we traded pretty much everything. And so I got to work on the Indian market, and then I got to work like later on just general connectivity across all markets. And I loved this, and we had great perks. So we'd go on like a once every second year, like a trip somewhere. I once biked there, which was like a 160-kilometer bike each way, and they were super chill with that. Like it was amazing. We got fed daily, 3 meals. If you wanted the dinner, you could get it. You could like order it, and then we had like in-house barista, and these like meals were like made in-house. I'd like release like a weekly menu. We'd have like lamb shanks. Like it was super intense. They'd make Christmas dinner for people who are here on Christmas. Like we had
Sweet.
weekly
They
massages.
cared about you guys.
Yeah, you said, I'm sure they cared about us to some extent, but like they know that like happy employees are good employees. They wanted us to stay in the office, and honestly, it was an awesome job. So you mentioned being bored, Kat, at your job. I was very rarely bored. Like there was always something, like it was super exciting. Like we're working on like cutting edge kind of trading technology. Like really, you could like really see the impacts of what you were doing, and it like moved really fast. So it was really awesome. It was just also really demanding. And I was like, I'm like a proponent of like you as a person, like anyone, being able to do lots of things at once. Like, but I don't think you can, like, I think there are certain things which demand 100% and you can't like really like choose two of them. And I think pursuing like what I wanted to with HYROX and modern pentathlon, that's something that kind of was requiring me like to give the percentage that was needed to go towards my job. So that's why I made the decision. It's not because I didn't love the industry. I think it's great, but I would only go back into it if I was ready to give 100% again.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like similar in the way that in order to be successful in the sport that we compete in, like you need to give that 100%. And with my job, I already felt as if I was giving more of my attention and energy and effort into my training, where I got to the point with my corporate job that I was like, I don't not like my job, but I genuinely just am putting all my energy somewhere else, that I feel bad almost that I was such a hard worker and I was a hard worker till I left, but like once I did find HYROX and found like a passion for something and I genuinely enjoyed doing it, like I definitely felt myself pulling away the effort from the job and pouring it into HYROX, which caused me to be like, all right, maybe I should just take this leap now and then I can come back.
You know what I realized about myself in the last like 2 years is I will only work hard if it's something that I like to do. So in my job, for context, in my job in Chicago, I liked it. I did. And similar to what you said, Calypso, where your work was like very meaningful and impactful, and you can see like a tangible thing be improved from what you were doing. That's what I felt like with my job in Chicago. So I worked really hard because I liked it, and I liked the people that I was surrounded with. They treated us fairly well. Like, the way that I would describe my old company, it was like a San Francisco tech startup, but in Chicago, where like we had ping pong tables and skee ball and free beer almost every day after work.
Wow.
We had baristas. It was really fun energy. Like, I worked really hard. The second I got my new job after I moved to Milwaukee, I hated it. I hated it. And because I hated it, I did not really work that hard. So, like, I just became very introspective about that, where I'm like, why am I giving my 40 hours a week plus to travel to do this work that I just despise when I have an opportunity to pursue something that I might not ever be able to pursue again? You know, like, I mean, I'm 29 now, I'm going to be 30. Like, you're only young for a certain period of your time. Like, might as well pursue this thing that's in front of me athletically that I didn't know I would get again in my lifetime. You know, especially after collegiate running and getting hurt all the time. Like, I'm like, I just got to take the leap. It's just taking the leap. And we're all
How
in the same
cool
boat
is
now.
it that we can all do it too? Like, we have this opportunity. All three of us have recently made this like jump. It's scary at first, and it's still sometimes like, I'm like 3 months into it now. And at first I was like, woohoo, I'm doing it. But now I'm like, oh, I'm doing it. Like, this is real life now. Like, I'm starting to like notice some differences in terms of like, obviously this isn't like a financial podcast, but I am noticing that difference now of not having that steady corporate
Me too.
income. Like, I still have my coaching, and I love my job. So I think it pays off in different ways, like just quality of life and stress and all of that. Like,
I have to budget a lot more.
yeah, budgeting for sure.
Oh my god, I need to learn how to budget
tough.
for you guys, I think.
Like,
Yeah,
everyone,
We should
everyone
call after
thinks
this
it's-
Calypso.
it's-
Let's do like a...
I don't
but
budget.
everyone thinks it's like so great to. Oh my goodness, I need a budget too, guys. But everyone thinks it's so great to leave your job, and it is. But then you don't realize,
There's repercussions.
yeah, it's not all fun and games. Like, sure,
No.
we get to train like full time and put our focus there, but there's other stressors that come with it. You know,
100%. The financial
but-
stress was the biggest thing for me, I think. Where it's like, sure, I have more free time to train, recover, etc., but I have less money now. You know,
in health insurance, that's a
health
big one.
insurance. Yeah, just
Like-
America.
Maybe
yeah.
I have to worry less about finances because I don't have this huge thing of like health insurance like looming over me. Like in Australia, it's kind of like, you know.
Yes.
Okay, Morgan,
whatever, like,
should
you'll be
we
fine.
should we pack our bags?
I know, right? I'm like, I should just live somewhere that like we can just get healthcare for
Yeah,
free. Because like that's the thing
because-
is you need to have a full-time job to have health insurance in America, or you
Or
could,
be
you could
married.
pay for it, or be
Yeah.
married,
Yeah.
and you
I
could
pay
buy
for
it.
mine now out of pocket, and it's
But that's
definitely
expensive.
yeah, it's
So
wild.
when are you guys getting married?
That's a great question, actually.
this guy.
No,
Kat might be getting married soon.
what? Do you know something that I don't know?
No,
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. No, I genuinely have no idea. Hopefully within the next 2 years, that's the goal, but
That's pretty
I
soon.
really don't know. Yeah, that is soon. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm 27. How old are you, Calypso?
I'm 27 too.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
When
my
are
gosh, you guys
born?
are so young.
End of
What-
December.
Okay,
98,
what's your
98,
sign?
Yeah.
What's
I'm
your
a
sign?
Capricorn.
I like Capricorns. I'm a Pisces. I'm emotional.
I'm a Taurus.
Oh my god, I also love Tauruses.
Dude, this is crazy.
I love you both. Okay, that's so cool. Anyway, so Morgan's
glad
the
it
old
lined
one
up.
here.
Yeah, I am. I'm approaching 30 next year. 30.
What are we gonna do?
I might like cry, maybe. Like I don't know.
Sounds
Like,
a
I
good
feel-
birthday.
Yeah, I have like this fear of turning 30, and everyone who I have a lot of friends that are in their 30s already, and they're like, 30s are the new 20s. Like you have more money, more stability. You know who you are. You surround yourself with the right people. Like blah blah blah. It goes in one ear and out the other. For me, it's a number. It's like I don't want to turn 30 for no other reason than I don't want to see a 3 like in front of my age.
I'm gonna-
Like,
I'm gonna-
I don't know.
I'm gonna give you a
Yeah.
little smack because we're
Okay.
talking about changing our mindset, and to me, like getting older, like the older I get, the more fun I'm having. I'm like, oh my gosh,
That's
like
true.
so many Like,
That's true.
so many things have happened in the last few years of just getting older and, like, just experiences. Like, I mean, everyone's like, age is a number, but truly it is. Like, it's like an experience every year.
I know. I need to change my mindset. But Calypso, okay, so this is going to be like a massive change in topic, but your van, like, so you live in a van, you have lived in a van. Like, I want to hear the story about the van living.
Yeah, I've lived in a van. So if you guys have, I don't know, if you went back to like OG obstacle course racing and like ultra running, I don't know if you guys were in that space in America, but I was there in like kind of like 21, 22, and I just, wanted something to like be really into after swimming, and so I thought that was going to be like OCR and ultra running, and so there was this one like influencer, I guess, hero run influencer called Mac Smith, but now she's Mac Regan.
I know who that is.
Do you know her? Yeah, so her like original
she
Instagram
lives in
handle was
Colorado.
like, yeah, she's awesome. So her original Instagram handle I think was like Mac on the run, then it was like Mac in the van, and it was great. And so she was like really into van life. So that's kind of how I first kind of heard about it. And so when I was in LA and then Northern California after I graduated, I got a van.
And then you just lived in it.
Yeah, so it was fully built out. It was fully built out. The guy got it from fully built out. It functioned. I was like, you know what I want to do? I pulled the whole build out and I rebuilt it, except I never finished. And I actually ended up living for like 6 months in this van that exclusively had a bed and a fridge.
I mean, that's all you need, unless you gotta cook something.
Well, like cooking and cleaning yourself, like showering.
Oh yeah, I guess you need a shower.
Well, so I would like, firstly I'd go to like these like climbing gyms called the Touchstone gyms. They were great in California. If you go to California into climbing, Touchstone gyms, they're just fantastic. They had all these really whack-ass classes, like we would pretend to be animals as well. It was fantastic. California's great.
Wow.
California's
And
crazy.
and then work. I had 24/7 access to my work building, and that had a gym and a shower and a kitchen. Yeah.
Perfect.
It was pretty great.
So you're
honestly.
just... Yeah.
So you had it all.
Wait, I have a question for you really quick, because you were talking about climbing. Have you ever seen Free Solo?
Yeah, I have. I love all the climbing movies.
I was going to say,
that-
like, did you see him climb that
Unreal.
building recently? What was it? I forget what building that was.
It was like in
It's like the
Taiwan,
tallest building
Taipei,
in the
101 or
world.
something.
Yeah. Would you ever...
Yeah.
Not obviously, I would hope you didn't do it without, like, a harness. But would you,
Yeah,
like,
that's
climb
good.
like that?
I don't know. Right now, obviously, I'm not.
Right. Right now, we're doing sled
in
pushes
any,
and sled
in
pulls.
any way. Well, I'm not in any way like capable of that. I think I don't like to
Really?
let fear hold me back, but I also don't want to like be insane. Like if I'm not skilled
Right.
and I'm not capable of doing something, I think I'm pretty aware.
I just
of
feel
that,
like you'd be so
yeah.
good at that. Your like calisthenics are like probably they're just so amazing. Like I watch you do pull-ups in a video and I was like,
So I
My
did pull-up-
gosh.
I did pull-ups today, and I like to think I am strong, and I went to try and do, like, to max out my pull-ups,
Oh, that's
and
fun.
I don't know if it's because I
Weight?
haven't lifted.
how
No-
many did
no
you
weight.
get?
Dude,
Okay,
Girl,
I-
we're still trying to do our body weight, okay?
Yeah.
Well, I don't really like weighted. I'm not very good at weighted. I'm way better non-weighted. Okay, wait, go on, Morgan.
Okay, so I know I've done 18 before. That's my PR, 18. Today, I can only
That's
do 9.
But have you been training it?
Not at all. I know, but it was like
Yeah.
a slap of reality where it's like, oh, you're weak now. Like, I
You're
haven't
not
been in
weak.
the gym. Yeah, I just
just not
haven't been
good at
training
that
it that
movement.
much. Yeah. So, like, it makes me
I
want to
don't
get back
even-
on my pull-up game.
Don't
in this
even
off
wanna
season,
say.
especially.
I can do way less pull-ups than my max. My max is 27.
So, what's your max? 27.
I was
Whoa.
competing against my friend Leon, and he can do a lot of pull-ups. And I thought I had him beat because he'd done 30, and I was like, I'm gonna get to 30. I failed at 27, but I was like really like I wanted to beat him because the weekend before, or like a couple of weeks before, we'd done a competition as well, and he like hadn't taken me seriously, so he went first and he did 18 pull-ups, and he was like, "Ha, she's not gonna get that." And I did 21, so I was pretty fired up, but unfortunately, I fell short on that second competition.
Girls rule, boys
Yeah,
rule.
girls rule.
I can do 2 pull-ups.
You could do more than 2.
Really? You're so strong.
No,
I'd imagine
no.
like at least
Yeah, you're
15.
so strong.
Guys, that's like the movement that like will be the death of me are pull-ups. I was working on them for so long a couple years ago, and I could do like maybe 10, now I really, it's tough for me.
You know what really helps is the eccentric. So like get yourself over the bar and then just work
slow.
on a slow lowering down.
Yeah, it's tough for me.
Yeah.
I think it's very interesting. We all have like a certain like exercise that we suck at and ones that we're good at. I've always been great at pull-ups. Like I've been boys in like swimming camp since I was like 12 and I hadn't like worked on them. So like that's what I'm good at. I'm terrible at like dips or anything kind of like push-ups or involving like triceps.
Those are hard for me.
Not good. Yeah.
Okay, you know one thing that I'm really bad at is a plank. Just like a normal plank.
Oh.
Like once I hit 2 minutes, I'm done. Like I don't think I've ever planked for longer than 2 minutes. It's like I think that's my
2
week.
minutes.
Yeah, but you could probably go for like 20.
Oh, I can go 20.
Like what about you, Kat? Like are you a planker? Like can you plank?
I've never really tested how
Are you a
long I
planker?
can
I'm just
plank.
imagining you doing. You remember the planking where people would just like lie really stiff on things?
Yes.
No, but Ryan, our coach, me and Calypso have the same coach. His name's Ryan. Awesome. They're the best. But
Yeah, shout out
there was
Ryan
this-
Geiger.
Yeah.
Remember we give a shout out every single podcast, so that's
Yes,
a
we
shout out.
do. Ryan Geiger gets one. He gets one like every podcast because we talk about trading,
true.
but like good, he deserves it.
Yeah.
But there's like this planks rotation that he had us doing, and it was like side plank, middle plank, other plank, but on your hands. Oh my god! And it's 15 minutes of that, and but there's some breath, there's like rest in it, but like oh my god, my shoulders like hurt me, like my softball shoulder came back, and it was like okay. This is pain. This isn't even like, I'm tired, this is pain. So, I don't know.
Calypso, what sports did you do growing up? Was it just swimming, or like did you dabble with other stuff?
Mostly swimming, dabbled in water polo. I would like occasionally do, like I joined the cross country team and would train once a week. I think like from that I should have known that I was like going to be okay at running because I'd train once a week and I'd like win like our school cross country things. I was also such a mean
Smartest,
kid
the
growing
most
up.
athletic. You were a mean kid?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I was kind of mean. I don't know. I think I was like angsty, you know. I didn't like swimming.
Sure.
I was like, didn't like being at home. It was just, so I was like mean to other people. But I wasn't like mean, but I just wasn't nice. Like I'm way nicer now. I'd like to think.
Yeah, you're so sweet. Like I can't
Yeah.
imagine you being mean. That's why this is so funny.
I think it's a special
we
thing
were all
about
kids
sport,
at
like
one
bringing
point.
each other up.
Yeah, we
but
were all
as a
kids.
kid, why I was mean? Like I had this one cross country like school cup, and I was running towards the finish, and my I was just overtook. I like to it's like HYROX. I like to start at the back and like build through. And I was at about maybe a kilometer from the end. I think you do like 4K, and I run past this girl who's like the best in our class at cross country or running in general, and she's like, Calypso, can you please let me win? My mum's gonna be so upset with me if I don't win. And I was like, no. And then I later was in a car with her and her mum, and I was like, I should have let her win. Like she was berating her for like me beating her, and I was like, I feel so terrible in like a different beat. But I was like,
Yeah,
wow.
but you know what? I bet she'll
terrible.
never forget that, and she thinks about that every time she's racing now.
I
She's
love
like,
stories like that.
Well, I don't think
Yeah.
she runs anymore, but she does pretty cool
Oh.
shit. Like I saw she got her pilot's license, and I was like, wow, you're living my dream.
Dang,
Like,
good
that's
for her.
that is
so
so
epic.
cool.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. Like that's like a job. That's like such a cool job is to be a
Yeah.
pilot. Oh my god.
Okay, so that brings me to another fun question: is if you could go back into the corporate world today and do any job that's not software development or computer engineering, like what would you do?
That's hard. That's a
Yeah,
hard
I didn't
question.
think about that. Like I would do software development. Like I would go back into it as long as I wasn't
Wrong answer.
working as
Can't
Yeah.
choose.
You're supposed to say you love your job now and you wouldn't change it.
What else would I do? It's not corporate. I'd probably want to work in adventure sports. Mm-hmm. Like if I couldn't do the sports, I'd probably want to work as a guide or something like that. Like I think
Yeah,
that's really
I like
cool.
that. I think I would definitely be a DJ. Like I would go on tour. I'd make music. Like I love
that.
I love making people. I like bringing up the energy to people around me. Like making people happy,
Yeah.
dance, laugh,
Aw.
sing. Like I would love to be a DJ. I want to invest more time because I have a turntable. I have all the equipment to make music and stuff. I just want to spend more time doing it. I feel like I just
You
don't
can
have a
be
lot of hobbies.
A HYROX
Like outside
DJ.
of sport.
Speaking of the DJ Swayze, he was popping off at Worlds. Like I know you guys. I listened to like one of your clips from your other podcast saying that you were terrified in the start tunnel, but I was like pumped up. I was like, this is so intense.
Oh
Let's
God,
go.
very different experiences. Very
Yeah, dude,
different.
we were terrified. At least in the doubles. In doubles, we were like, "Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
is
Yeah,
like
the
a
Star
combat
Tunnel
sport."
was not. It was not. I don't know. But
So-
I want to say what I would do.
It was
Oh,
more
yeah.
intense than APAC for sure.
Yeah, but same with anything that we did. It was intense. But I would be I think I'd be like a news broadcaster, or like the person that sits on the screen and like does the weather or something. Like I just think that's my jam. Like put me on TV.
You could do that. Like you could parlay that into your HYROX career. You could be a broadcaster.
I
Like
think
once
it
you
would be
retire.
so fun.
You could be like
just love
Lauren
having
Smith,
fun.
Sports, who's the cool?
Yeah,
Lauren
like,
Smith.
So cool. Have you
Yeah.
seen all the things she's posted about how her job has like evolved over the
I
years?
love that.
It's so epic. Like I'm like,
Yeah,
wow, you're
it
probably
is.
one of the coolest people
It's
I
very
know.
inspiring.
It's awesome.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It
It's
is.
really inspiring.
And she's so good at it. They're all really good at that. And
Yeah.
it's hard to get in front of a camera and like have all those facts and just be able to like
have to be
boom
on.
boom
You do.
and know the athletes and know their backgrounds. Like I give them a lot of credit for that.
Yeah. Shout out Lauren Smith. There's another shout out. She's my agent. Love her.
What is your most embarrassing or your craziest HYROX story? Like what do you like? Ours would be from Phoenix, I would think. Like mine was like
Your
when
nose
my
bleeding?
nose was bleeding like 5 minutes before we had to walk out. That was wild. That was really scary actually.
yeah,
'cause I was like,
I don't-
not now.
I don't think I ever shared my story about my Phoenix race where my shoes, I didn't like my shoes at all, so I tied them way too tight and then I cut off circulation in my left
That was the
leg.
same race, by the way.
That was the same race. Yeah. So,
Oh, it sounds like that
yeah.
race was just insane. I don't have anything like that. I don't have anything that bad happen. I feel like I've talked about Hamburg, about how embarrassing it was to just absolutely suck and not try. Like, it was just pretty shit. But I think my first pro race, I got the order of the stations, like, so wrong. And I was meant to do the farmer's carry and I was doing the lunges and I got kind of like halfway through the lunges and then I looked to the like left. So I'd done 40 meters of lunges. Or 50, whatever it is. And I looked to the left and I was like, oh, the farmer's carry, I haven't done that one. And I was like, oh shit. And then I thought, I don't want to do this out of order because then I'm going to get a penalty. So I literally hopped over the barricade, like threw the bag back into where it started, jumped over after it, then ran into the farmer's carry and did the farmer's carry.
That's crazy.
And you didn't get any penalty.
Did you get a
for that?
penalty? Yeah.
Well, no. Well, then I went back and did the lunges. So it's kind of like I
Oh.
just did extra 50 meters of
Okay.
lunges for no reason.
Huh. That was your
I
first
didn't,
pro
I didn't
race?
pass through the exit gate of the lunges, so I jumped over the barricade.
Was your
that's my
first pro race
I
still
went
like a
107.
102?
No, I went
Oh.
like 107.
Dang. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Still
like at least
so-
you noticed.
So you finished that race. That was your first pro race, and you're like, wow, I really want to do that again. Like,
Yeah.
And
What was your thought
so
process after
every
that?
time after that, every race after that, I was just like memorizing the order of the stations. Like I just like quiz myself
Yeah.
randomly on what the order of the stations was.
You
because I
know
was
they're
I don't
like
wanna mess that up
numbered.
again.
They're numbered, right? Like on
Yeah,
the.
I don't know. I was having a moment in that race.
It
She's having
hey,
a girl-
when
a
I
moment.
remember starting and not remembering the order of them,
Yeah,
but
I think why I wanted to do more after that was because I'd also been training for the half Ironman in Cairns at that time, and I had it just after. And as I was training for this race and racing it, I remember thinking, wow, it feels so much better when you actually train for it. Because I'd done it in America in like 2021 and been like, or 22, and I've been like, I'm never doing this again. This sucks, but I hadn't trained for it. And then like two, like compared to Ironman, where I felt like I could go forever, but that I was really weak, I felt strong and I felt fast, and I was like, wow, this is revolutionary. I love feeling both strong and fast. Like it was something that really appealed to me, and I felt really athletic, and so that's why I was like, I'm gonna do it again.
I think that's why like I liked HYROX so much when I first started, was because I feel like I was always a stronger runner, and I never really got to utilize my strength when I was just running track. And you finally find an event where you can be strong and be fast, and you combine both of them into one thing. It's like the thing I've been looking for my whole life. I just had track.
Literally.
Yeah, it's.
Makes
I always
me
told
dramatic.
people like, yeah, it's like, I always told people I would be the national champion if there was an 800-meter run and then like 25 pull-ups at the end. You know, like that would have been my event, right? Like I
Wait,
was a
that's
mediocre
so
runner.
funny.
Yeah, I was
that's
mediocre.
so funny that you say that because Tommy was like, you know what they need to do? Tommy's my boyfriend, Calypso. He goes, they need to put like a dunk tank at the end of the HYROX and have people throw it and see who can hit the target first. That's who should win. He's like, then you have all the everything. You could do everything. You got coordination. You can run fast. You're strong. Like he's like they just need
Calypso
to throw
would
that
win
in.
Because she does shooting in her pentathlon.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I've trained for this. You should put it in.
Yeah.
I'll send an email to the elites at HYROX.
Yeah, you should. I'm sure
Is
they'll
there a
make that
thing
change.
with like HYROX girls dating guys called Tom? Because I swear like Lucy Proctor dates someone called Tom. You
So
have a
does
Tom.
Oh, yeah.
Charlie Searle has a Tom. Like I feel like I just saw on Instagram that he made her bike for her. Not Lauren Stockley,
No.
not Charlie.
Lauren, yeah, I was with Lauren in Stockholm a lot, and I like how they say she's lovely. She's lovely. She's lovely. But she is, and her boyfriend's named Tom too. So
Yeah.
like
Lots of Toms.
There's
we
at
bonded
least
over
3
that.
Toms. Like that's
It's a great
there's
name.
a lot of them.
Great name.
I should be like out there looking like if I want to date a guy, like I guess I should be looking for a Tom. Like
Look
really.
for a
Yes,
Tom.
you should. Tom or Tommy. Yeah.
On Hinge,
yeah,
like
yeah,
like
you see
you know,
Tom.
leave a
Filter.
comment if your name is Tom.
Yeah, exactly. I have one question too. I think this is super interesting, just because I've been following you, so I've seen like your progression the last. I mean, it's been a year, but it's been an incredible progression. What do you think has what's like the one thing that you think has really like caused your performance to skyrocket? If you could just choose one thing, what do you think like a lot of it has to do with?
Yeah, I think so. Even like leading up to before I quit my job, and especially after, I've been like really intentional about my training. So like I will, before my training, like each week I'll sit down and I'll like have an intention for the week, like what I want, like what went well last week, what I want to do this week, and like maybe like a word or something, like some intention that I have for the week. And then I'll go through and I'll find like, depending on what sessions I have, like 2 or 3 like kind of key sessions. I'll like write out what the session is, like what my goals are for the session, like how I'm gonna show up in the session, and then like what if it gets hard, like what kind of athlete I want to be. And then after the session I reflect on that, say like what I did well, like how, both like from a kind of like objective standpoint and then from a kind of mentality standpoint, and then I'll write like what I could do better. And so yeah, I think like really having those intentions around training and like knowing what you're going to do like when it gets hard really kind of helps me to show up for my session. And like yeah, especially when it like cause that's, you know, some of our sessions like really suck, Kat.
Yeah.
Having that kind of like to hold on to, like your kind of reason why, I found has been really useful. And it's something I hadn't ever really done before. I'd just been like, you know, I'm going to keep going because I should. And like obviously sometimes that doesn't really hold up when it hurts a lot. And this has been, yeah, I think really beneficial to me.
I love that.
It gives you more of a reason not to quit. Because, like, there's been times where I just stop a session because, like, I don't have a lot of intention when I go into a lot of my training sessions. I just do it because it's written down and I'm supposed to. But, like...
That doesn't mean I don't stop and cry.
Yeah.
I've definitely stopped and sat down
just girls
and, like,
here. We
cried. And then I'll get back up and I'll be running and I'll be like, crying.
That's happened to me more times than I can count. Yeah.
Oh my
Definitely
gosh.
more than one hand.
I love that though, Calypso. I might steal that, to be honest, because
That's what I was gonna say too.
I love that part of training where you really are. I always say to the people when I'm coaching classes or to my athletes, like move with intention, always move with purpose. Like don't just go through the motions because you're not going to get anything out of it. It's the people who show up with drive and move with, like I said, intention of doing the movements the right way to the best of their ability and mentally tapping in. Like, how are you talking to yourself when it gets hard? I think that's really what makes the difference between the good athletes and the best athletes is your mindset is like that other percentage that people don't tap into and they're really missing out on it. And that just goes to show, like, you spend that extra time during the day to reflect on it or to set goals for your sessions, and it's paying off. And I love that. Like, that made me so happy that you said that. I might steal it. I might start writing some stuff down too, because I feel like lately I need that, and that's just my reminder. Like, I typically am pretty good with that stuff, but I am always looking to get better, and there you go. That's what I needed to hear.
And I think, like, when you're at the top, like, 0.1% of a sport, and say you've been training for a really long period of time, like, you've been training your whole life as an elite athlete, whether it's swimming or OCR or HYROX, there's only so much that you can gain from a physical standpoint. So that's what I've been telling myself. Like, what is the next step that I need to take to get better, right? I've been working on my physicals for like 15 plus years at an elite level. It's the mental game that I feel like I have not unlocked yet. So like for me, what that looks like is like seeing a sports psychologist, seeing a therapist in general, like working through things that are preventing me from pushing to that next percent to get more out of myself. So yeah, that just hit close to home. I love that. I'm going to steal that as well. I need that more in my training.
I think you guys both come from like, you know, elite sporting backgrounds, so there are other sports besides HYROX. So I don't know if you feel the same, but like when I quit swimming, like I didn't want to swim anymore. I like told myself I don't want to be an elite athlete. I don't want to do it. So kind of when I started doing HYROX, to kind of, I had to like really sit down and think about like why I was doing it and like why I wanted to do it, because I'd already decided like blanket, like I'm not an athlete, like I don't want to be an elite athlete, I don't want to be a pro athlete. I had to like really kind of sit down and think about my why for doing sports, because otherwise it kind of like kept falling through at the end, and I'd be like, and during races I'd be like, I don't know why I'm doing this, like I don't want to be a pro athlete kind of thing. I had to like sit down and think about, I do actually want to do this, but like why? I don't know if you guys had to do the same kind of thing.
Yeah, actually, I have like a very distinct reason of why I do it, and it's because when I was in college, I got injured really bad my last year. I had a stress fracture in my sacrum, which like is a very
that's a hard bone to fracture.
Yes, yeah. It's a really hard bone to fracture. So the doctor was very, very anti me ever running again. He told me point blank, you should never run another step in your life. Like, it's not healthy for you, because they couldn't find a root cause as to why I kept getting injured. So his default was, don't ever run again. I wouldn't want to see you ever running again. And I took that as truth, right? Like, I'm like, okay, you're a professional, like, you know better than I do. And I just didn't run for like 8 months. And once I felt like I was recovered, and of course I followed up with doctors once I graduated, they told me my bone was fine. And I started jogging, like, just for fun, because like the love of running was always there for me, but I think what took the fun out of it was the consistent kind of like the thought process that we had as elite athletes in college was like, you need to be skinny. Like, it was these negative thought processes that were happening like all throughout college. It was like, you got to be skinny, you got to do this. Like, it was too much for me. So I ran for fun. I started running again for fun. And then when I saw OCR, which got me into HYROX, I was like, I'm going to run and do obstacles, because it's not just running. So like, doctor, I'm running again, but I'm doing something else with my running. And that was my motivator to come back into sport, was to prove to someone that I don't even know his name anymore, that I can do it, and I can do it in a safe manner, and that I will continue to do it for the remainder of the time that my body allows me to. So like, I have a very like distinct memory of why I got into it. And like what keeps me going is because I love progress. Like, I'm a competitive person. Like, I am the most competitive person that I know. Like, I just want to get better. I don't want to beat, it's not like I want to beat anyone in specific. I just like want to see certain aspects of my race improve. Like, it's a very, like, it keeps me coming back. It does.
Yeah, and I think that's like a great mindset to have, because at the end of the day, like, if you have one person you want to beat, you beat them, cool, like, what's next? Like, you're kind of just like, left without any goals. And I think like this, like, striving to be a better version of yourself, that's something that you're always going to be able to aim towards. Like, there's not kind of like an end of that, which, I mean, some people might find disillusioning, that you're never going to be like, you might be the best you've ever been, but there's always like some kind of better state that you can reach.
100%.
I mean, I think like when it comes to my like why is, I didn't come from like, I was not great at the sport that I competed in. I was a softball player. I was like mid at best, truly. I was great in the outfield. Like, I would dive because it had to do with running. So when I graduated, first of all, I lost like seasons because of COVID, and I did not like softball. I still, to this day, like, I won't play it. Like, I didn't enjoy it. And I think the reason I loved running so much was because I couldn't do it in the sport that I was like really actually competing in. So then when I was able to actually find something that I was getting good at, I was like, oh my gosh. And I found HYROX when I was going through a pretty tough time of just like a very transformative period of my life where I used to be so dependent on other people and how I felt and everything. And then I went through a period of like being on my own and finding HYROX and training and realizing that like how strong I felt because of what I was doing. And it wasn't because of other people. It was like solely because of what I was doing and because I kept showing up for myself. And it just has changed my life in that way, where now it's like I'll be okay either way because I put the work in myself from training for this. So I think like I'll always have that piece of me that's like, no, I'm doing this because I'm so awesome. Like that's that's like what I try to say to myself is like, you're doing this because you're doing it yourself. Like you've come this far because of yourself and like what you've done. So I think that's my why in terms of why I think like I want to be the elite athlete is like that kind of mindset.
I love that. And we all have our own reasons. And like
Yeah.
I want this to be a call to action to the listeners who have made it this far. Is what is your why? I'm really curious. Like now
Yeah.
this has got me going. It's like I want to know why other people do this sport. Like because
Right.
it hurts. It sucks.
Yeah,
You know?
because it's like actually
It's
really painful.
It
And
is.
sometimes can be traumatizing when you're
Right.
on the world stage
100%.
and
100%. We went through that. The trauma is real, but it's like we keep coming back for some reason or another, and I'm just curious to know everyone's story. So I'm glad that we got to share ours. I've got
Yeah.
one more like just fun question, and
Yeah.
then I feel like we're probably good to wrap up. So if you could choose anybody in the world to be your mixed doubles partner, who would you choose?
it's got to be a fun one too. Like this is for fun. Like sure you want to win,
Okay.
but like no. Choose
Oh,
a
I was
fun
really thinking,
one.
you said fun. I was just immediately goes to like that guy. I'm not sure if this is his actual name. This is just his Instagram handle, Dom Tomato. Have you seen him? He does lots of flips.
No.
And so I'm
Whoever
just
edits
like
this
obsessed
is definitely
with him
gonna
now.
put it on there.
No, you
Yeah,
guys,
put a
he's
clip.
the coolest.
Dom
Tomato?
Tomato?
Yeah, he does all these flips. I'm pretty sure he's a Red Bull like parkour athlete or kind of similar. It's parkour, and he did Sydney HYROX on the weekend. My friend was filming for him actually, and across the line he flips, and I would watch this, and there's a photo of it from HYROX Australia, New Zealand, and he's flipping, and I'm like, you know what's way cooler than a cartwheel, like a flip. So I would love to be able to like cross the finish line with him, and he's taught me how to flip, and we flip together.
Oh
that would be
my
pretty, that would be pretty
gosh.
insane. I'd have
I
to
love that.
He'd have to do a lot of the wall balls, so I was prepared to flip, probably. But
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think. I was thinking about this. I was like, would you be able to flip at the end? I think you would. I don't think I think if you're going so hard that you can't like flip at the end, you've probably gone you probably haven't been able to do any of your wall balls. Like the wall balls are kind of
Yes.
like a pretty. I think if you've gone that hard, then your race probably went to shit. You have to be going hard at the end, but I think it's more like an aerobic hard. If your muscles have died kind of hard, then you probably your wall balls are probably not. They were probably
Right.
not what you wanted them to be.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think I'll be able to flip. Yeah. So
That would be sick.
I'd love to.
I mean, that'd be so dope. Like, let's
Yeah.
set this up. Like, let's get in contact with Dom Tomato. I'll go
Dom
on his
Tomato.
DMs.
If you're
Dom Tomato,
listening
if you're
to
listening.
the Off Track podcast with Kat and Morgan,
obvious.
with only hit up Calypso.
Hit up
Or
Calypso.
one of us and we'll hit her up for you. But
Yeah. Yep.
yeah.
No, I love it.
Awesome.
That's awesome,
Awesome.
way to end.
Yeah, so thank you, Calypso, so much for being our first guest on this podcast. This is the whole
was fun.
reason we want to start this podcast is just share real stories, real experiences, have some fun with it, and I think you did a great job, and we had a good first guest experience, right?
Oh, yeah, dude. I had a blast. So feel free to give the people your socials if they don't follow you. Shout out your sponsors. Do your thing, girl.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I guess my sponsors are super exciting.
Nike.
Training. I cut the necklace on.
Let's go.
And our coach, Gaga Coaching. We have a really epic GC Elite squad, which is an all ladies squad. So super stoked on that, supporting the ladies.
Of course.
And yeah, my Instagram's just Calypso Sheridan. There can't be that many Calypsos out there. Give me a follow if you're interested in seeing all the
That's a
random
good point.
stuff I do.
That's a good point.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Thanks
Thank
so
you
much,
so
Calypso.
much. Yeah.
See you again
Thank
soon.
you guys.